We are all pilgrims on the journey in life. Our paths vary by our own decisions and by events that surround us. And for that reason, meditating on a labyrinth helps us make good decisions. A labyrinth is not a maze. A maze has many ways in and out and dead ends. A labyrinth has one way in and one way out, and helps you to meditate on the things that are on your mind. This labyrinth is based upon the model from Chartres Cathedral in France. In the Middle Ages, it was very popular to walk a labyrinth as part of your pilgrimage because it was impractical to go all the way to New Jerusalem. It was a hardship for farmers or spiritual people to go into the Middle East. It took years to make that pilgrimage, and many people could not afford that time away from their homes. So the church allowed people to meditate on a representation of an arduous journey and created the labyrinth. I look around the labyrinth today and see dedications in honor of, in memory of, love, simplify. But the one that touches my heart is the one to Father Rick that we lost too early in life to cancer. Like any type of good pilgrim, I start off with a backpack on my back. This is filled with worry and about my life and my family. Starting to walk, I think about the worry of my oldest son, who's going to move to a different country, over to Thailand. What will he find there? What will his spirituality be there? Then I continue my walk onto my other son, who is buying a house and the financial burden upon him. And then my youngest son, who I almost lost and almost was given end-of-life options to die. And finally, I think about myself and the sorrow of friends who've lost their loved ones this year. Little by little, I wind in and out. The labyrinth never really takes you where you think you're going to go. It moves in and out. And I finally arrive in the middle, looking for answers. God, what is it that I'm supposed to know? Nothing. Well, let me try this again. God, what is it I'm supposed to know? Nothing. And I fall down on my knees and I see a small breadcrumb going across the brick. And underneath the breadcrumb is a little ant. An ant? And he travels and he walks and he walks and he goes down to the crevice and he comes back up again. And he carries his breadcrumb and no pit or valley stops him from proceeding to his destination. And I think to myself, just what makes that little old ant try to move a rubber tree plant? Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he has high hope. Hope. That's what makes the difference. It's something not from above, not from beyond, but something that's within us. It's the hope for our lives and our families. And as I walk back out of the labyrinth, I know that I can take these worries and fling them out. I don't have to worry about my sons. They're big boys. They'll figure out their lives. I was 21 once, and I knew that I had my own journey to walk. And when I'm working on myself, I can think of Father Rick. He taught me something very important. about decision making. He said it came directly from Vatican II. One of the things that they often cited was that God so loved the world that he didn't send a committee. You can take advice from people and you can listen to them, but ultimately the path you walk belongs to you. And as I go back out of the labyrinth, I now no longer have a burden. I have the hope in my heart to continue. And I know for sure that Robert Frost was right. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I chose the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference.